If you're looking for more power on your serve, I've got 3 tips that's going to help you get more power on your serve. I don't care what age you are, I don't care what skill level you are, I don't even care what grip you use. That's right, for this video, I'm going to let you off the hook no matter what you use as a grip on your serve. This is still going to increase your power on your serve. So if you're ready, you know what to do. Let's get started. Okay, so the first thing we want to focus on is the legs. We want to focus on our legs. In tennis, there's a concept called the kinetic chain, and that is linking your body from the ground up to build power, and specifically using the ground as force, as a power source for us. And a lot of players don't do this. In fact, a lot of players have what I call kickstand legs when they serve, which means the legs don't bend. Have you ever seen a kickstand? It's very straight, and you're not really using your legs for power. So I want to show you specifically how you want to be using your legs for power. And remember, I said, I don't care what your age, what your level is. So if you're somebody who's saying, well, I don't really jump into my serve, so I don't really need to use my legs, I'm not letting you off the hook, because you can still use your legs without jumping. See, if I'm hitting this serve, I can still use my legs without jumping. I did not jump into that shadow stroke, but I used my legs. I'm coming here, I'm using my legs, and then I'm pushing off the ground for power. Now, there's a very specific timing of when you want to use your legs. And so what I want to show you, and I'll give you a little exercise on how you can do it, is it's when you go into that toss move. So you're coming here, and as you're raising up your arm, this is when you want to be sinking down in your legs. This is when you want to bend your knees. So I'm coming, I'm raising the arm, I'm bending. So let me give you a little exercise you can do, because a lot of people who've never done this struggle with this specific timing to make it look smooth on how they're using their legs. So this is a great drill. You can use the fence. I actually got this from my tennis con buddy, Jeff Saldenstein, a great instructor where I first saw this idea. So Jeff, shout out to you. Now, you can use the fence here. It's a great tool for so many things in tennis, but to specifically help you with your timing and your legs. And so what you can do is, as you're coming back right here, see now, as I'm here, I got a slight bend in my legs. As I come back into the fence, now I'm setting up my preparation, and as I raise my tossing arm and my hitting arm, this is when I'm going to go into that bend. So I'm getting here, and then as I go into my acceleration drop, that's when I'm going to start to extend my legs back up. So as I go back into the racket drop, that's when I'm going to explode up into the ball, whether I'm jumping or staying on the ground. So it looks something like this, here, here, and then jump up and hit. So practice that on the fence. And let's get to power tip number 2. Power tip number 2 is to make sure that your elbow is in alignment with your shoulder, that they're pretty much even. What I find is that a lot of players, people have been sending me their videos, and if you want to send me your video, you definitely want to stick around to the end, because you can learn how to do that. But anyway, people have been saying their videos, and it's eye-opening for them, because a lot of people have what I call high elbows when they go to serve, that their elbow is way above their shoulder, and that's going to take a lot of power off your serve. What I want you to imagine right now is that you're in the NFL. You are Tom Brady, whoever your favorite quarterback is. Pick your favorite quarterback, and they've got to throw a long bomb at the end of the game, and you see them dropping back to pass. You know they got to throw a long pass, and their elbow's way up here. Does this look like I can throw the ball very far down the field? No, I don't have any leverage. What you're going to see is, when you see a quarterback get ready to throw a long bomb in a football game, you're going to see that they're going to get here, that their elbow and their shoulder are in alignment, And then especially if they've got to go down the field, you're going to start to see them dip down and back. So now it starts to look like this. And it's not that they brought their elbow any lower. It's just that now they've gone into what I call the tilt, which you want to do in tennis. You want to go into a tilt position before you get ready to serve. That's going to get you exploding up into the ball. So they get set, they go back into this tilt position, and then they explode out of it and they throw that long bomb there. So what you should do is video yourself and see if you've got that high elbow problem when you're going to serve, and practice throwing. So one thing you can do is you can put some tennis balls on the ground. Now, this is too far for you to go down. You can bring out a chair, okay? You can bring out a chair and put it on the court, because for some of you, this might be too far to bend down, and on certain days, it's too far for me to go down, but I feel pretty good today. And so what you're gonna do is you're gonna practice coming down, picking up a ball, and then from this position, you're gonna come on up, make sure that you're in this loaded position, this tilt position, and throw out of it. So it looks like this. I'd come here, I'd pick up a ball, and then I'm going to throw out of it. You can jump, you can extend the toes up to explode up. So let's say no jump here. I'm going to come up and extend the toes. So either way, whether you're a jumper or you're somebody who stays on the ground, you can still do this exercise, and you can start to feel yourself explode up into the ball. So what I'm going to do now is just demo a couple serves to where I'm using this technique. Okay, here we go. Here's tip number 3 to increase your serve speed. Again, no matter what your age, playing level, or even what grip you use on your serve, doesn't matter. And that is the timing of your racket drop, sliding into position. This is really killing a lot of people's serve. And it was first made aware to me by a great coach, Rick Macy, who was also part of Tennis Con. And he talked about how so many players, without realizing it, and he even said Venus Williams would have had a much better serve if she didn't do this, is coming here and dropping the racket too soon before they're getting ready to explode up into the ball. You want to go into that racket drop as you're getting ready to go up and explode in that ball. If you do it before you get there, then you're in trouble. And I find that the people who have no built-in hesitation, that's what Rick Macy talks about. You want to have a built-in hesitation. He likes it at the top. It's okay if it's at the bottom. I'll give you both alternatives here that you can do. But the main problem is people fall into that arms down together, up together problem, and they never stop, and so that they get into the racket drop too early. Now they got to wait for the ball. They lose all their momentum and their power, and then they go up to hit the serve, and they can't figure out why they get no speed on their serve. So it looks like this. They go really fast, arms down together, up together. Now they're in the racket drop, and then they got to hit their serve. And I'm sure if you have watched any kind of club tennis, which if you're watching this, you're probably a club player, you have seen this move before, and there's a good chance that you're doing this without even realizing it to some degree. Some people are more dramatic with it, and other people it's more subtle, it's harder to notice, but you want to look at yourself, video yourself, and see if you're doing this. Let me show you from the back. So what we want to do is we want to build in some kind of holding pattern, basically where our racket has to stop for a second and hold to allow the toss to develop, and so that we've got to just build more and more momentum in the serve to where we're at full acceleration, full extension as we're hitting the serve. And so there's 2 ways to do it, okay? The first way is to be in the holding pattern when you're down here, is to toss the ball, hold your racket. A lot of people will call this a lag and snap on their serve, that they lag, so they're letting the racket lag behind, and then it's got to really build up the momentum all at the end. So you go into a holding pattern down here, and then you got to accelerate and pop through the serve. That's one way to do it. Another way, and what Rick Macy likes and what Andy Roddick did, is to have the holding pattern at the top of the serve. So you'll see what Rick teaches and what a lot of players on tour also do. The pros on tour do both, is that he'll have his players come to here, hold in what I call the secret power source position, and then accelerate. So they're here, they're holding, and then they're accelerating through that serve. But you got to have either a holding pattern here or here. If you're just going straight through and then having your holding pattern back here in the racket drop, you are losing major, major, major power. There you go. Now there are your 3 tips on how to get your serve speed to the next level. But let's say you want to get more. You're greedy. You want to go your entire game to another level. I've created a free 8-part training series. I'm going to play you a preview right now. And just keep in mind that you can get everything. It'll be all the tennis training you ever need, because after that free 8-part training series, I'm going to show you how you can learn from the greatest coaches in the world, besides myself, but coaches like Jeff Saldenstein, Rick Macy, Paul Anacone, Gigi Fernandez, Rod Laver, John Newcomb, Fred Stolle, Roy Emerson, Nick Bollettieri, the list goes on and on. Essential Tennis, Fuzzy Yellow Balls, Jeff Saldenstein, online tennis instruction. They're all in there, as well as 24 other courses. Plus, you're gonna learn how you can send me up to 4 videos a month to review to make sure that you're getting to the next level. So enjoy this preview, sign up. You're crazy if you don't sign up. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It makes me feel good. Take care, have a great day. Hey guys, Pete from Crunch Time Coaching. Today we've got a really cool lesson for you. We're gonna teach you the super spinner boomerang drop shot. Okay guys, I gotta be honest with you. Learning the super spinner boomerang drop shot is not gonna get your game to the next level in the next 12 months. And my job as your tennis coach is to help you consistently get better, see the progress, grow in your tennis game. So what we're gonna do today is a little different. We're gonna put down the racket, we're gonna put down the balls, we're gonna leave the tennis court, and we're gonna head on over to my house, and I'm gonna show you exactly, step by step, the pitfalls to avoid and what you really need to be doing over the next 12 months if you wanna see your game go up to the next level. So come on, let's go.